Welcome to the Lugnuts podcast group. It's the questions you want answered.
Hello and welcome to My Question Doesn't Make Sense, but I'll answer it. My name's Kenny.
It's actually a really good name.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I just thought of that myself, honestly. I am joined today with Nick Shirk,
Mm-hmm.
A. Notman,
What's up?
Josiah Nellens,
Mm-hmm. How do you spell Nellens?
Nellans.
Is that correct, Joe? I think that's a yes. Move on.
And our special guest today, Chad Rogaine, a.k.a. Matthew Partridge.
How's it going?
Fan-tiddly-tastic.
I think
How
you've
you
got
doing,
a... Oh, you're doing good. I think you've got a good question for us. Let's hear it.
We're going to find out. So, gentlemen, I spent hours languishing over this thought. Personally, at least. So, my question to all of you is actually kind of a two-parter, if you don't mind.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
Number one, what is the cringiest moment that you remember from, like, back in the middle school days or, like, early high school, whatever you want to call it? What is the cringiest moment that you're willing to share? And if you could, would you change it?
Oh, we're going deep today, boys. Get your galoshes on. We're going wading.
This is way beyond galoshes for me.
Well, in that case, let's start with Joe.
No,
Yeah.
You need the full rubber overalls.
because I got to think about this for a second. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of possible.
I think basically just my life.
Well, I got one, too, if you guys...
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and go first, Matthew?
Okay, so for me, I try to be a very courteous person in general. So, I went to Niles' Haunted House back in the day with my girlfriend at the time, Audra, my sister, and a few of our friends. Now, this is my first time going there. And being a man with ears, I am very easily startled by loud noises. And while we were there, a gentleman revved a leaf blower made to look like a chainsaw directly behind me. And it was in a very narrow hallway, and I unintentionally knocked down my girlfriend at the time and just like left her for dead and just kept going. It
Oh,
gets
no.
better. Also at this lovely Scream Park, they happen to have something called the Field of Screams, where you have multiple curtains. And being the courteous person that I was, I tried to like hold open the curtains for like the people next to me. So I tried to open one for my sister. Lo and behold, my girlfriend was behind it, and I accidentally hit her in the face. She did not realize the reason why I was opening the curtain, began to yell at me, and then I got yelled at by a zombie for punching my girlfriend in the face. And that is probably one of the cringiest moments that I've had.
Okay. Now, would you change it?
Honestly, no. Because at the end of the day, it gave me a great story. It made me a lot more comfortable with who I am after doing all of that. And it was a solid laugh after I was actually able to explain it to her at the time. Like, she did not find it funny in the moment, but, like, in hindsight, it's hilarious.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's it. I don't do horror stuff. It's
Yeah.
not my cup of tea. Kenny, I feel like you got one over there cooking.
I do, but why don't you go before me?
Oh, no, I really insist. Mostly because I can't think of one at the moment, so.
Okay. Church camp out.
Oh, I already know.
Hey.
I already know.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Oh. Oh. This was before our time, Joe.
Actually, you may know because
Yeah.
someone may have told you.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I think
Anyway,
I know.
continue.
Anyways, continue.
It was a Sunday. It had just rained.
Yep.
Yep. The day before. Or actually that day. I don't know. I don't remember. Where my campsite was, there happened to be, a mud puddle in the grass. So, all of us kids were like, hey, mud puddle, let's slide through the mud puddle. We all did. No problem.
How'd you slide, Kenny?
Like
Head first, or?
like baseball
Oh, okay. Yeah.
at the start. Until Dan Nimps decided to say, "Hey, Kenny, why don't you go head first?"
Oh, Kenny, no.
No, Kenny.
I know.
No.
We.
Sad Frenchman.
And then I did. It was fun until the shorts I was wearing decided to not slide with me.
Did anything else come off?
Hey, PG.
PG, did you lose your undergarment?
Your loincloth.
Did you lose your underwear?
I may or may not have lost everything.
And it was that day he lost everything.
All I know is I had my shirt.
Oh, Kenny.
And who was there? Ellie Master.
Yep. That's
Haley
how I know.
Cox. Riley Cox. Dan Nimps.
How old were you?
Riley Wagner.
How old were you when this happened?
Shut up.
How old were you? How old were you?
Like 13. It had just happened. It was the last.
That's what we.
It was the first year after my mom had passed away.
Okay. So I got questions for this now.
I don't have answers to your follow-up questions.
So the
try my
question
best.
I have, did you stand up or did you lay down still?
Sat down.
You sat down. So you were up and then sat down.
No, I slid, and then just got into the seating position on the ground.
Smart man.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
That's. Would you change it? Would you change the occurrence? Or did it teach you something important?
Would I change it? Yes. Did it teach me anything? Wear a belt.
And don't listen to Dan.
Solid lesson.
Yes, and that too. Don't listen to Dan Nimps. Dan Nimps, if you're listening, you're a great guy, but
You caused Kenny great pain.
I still relive it every day.
He's been
Like in your mind,
traumatized.
or like,
Aiden, how about you? You got a story you can tell us?
I have. Oh, great. My
Well,
life
you
is
got a
just a
lot
bunch
over
of
there.
cringy moments. Gosh darn it.
Remember from your childhood.
open the vault.
Okay, but what are we clarifying as childhood? At what point do we cap that off at?
High school and down.
So 18 below.
Oof. I don't really have any memories anymore of that time in my life. I'm not joking.
I'll go while you.
I'll try to
regain
remember
those
something.
past traumatized moments. My moment is similar to Kenny's. Yeah. So weird. Let me paint the scene for you. It's about 5:30 at night in the evening.
Oh, great.
Band practice was starting. It was hot out, so we were wearing shorts and everything and walking out to the practice field and and they my friend thought it'd be really funny to run up and pull my pants down. Real comedian. He did. I didn't lose my underwear though, so maybe it's not totally like yours. But when it occurred, everyone looked at me, and I owned it. And I walked all the way out to the practice field with my pants at my feet.
What a guy!
I respect that.
What a guy!
Now,
This was
Was
supposed
it-
to be cringy moments.
was
you
it just
owned it.
Was it just shorts?
I just lost the shorts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Okay, that would have been even better.
If you were
just the
exposing everybody, I would have different things to say.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a boss moment. Just like, yeah, I own it.
It was cringy to me. I mean, maybe it doesn't look cringy, but it's still like. Again, I don't think I'd change it because it was funny. Like it occurred and it built some character probably, but I do wish it didn't happen. But it's fine, you know. So yeah, I was pantsed
It's
and
fine.
just walked out to the practice field owning it and almost fell.
I bet you did.
The shorts kind of got caught on my feet as I was walking.
It
was tough.
You probably should have pulled them back
Mm-hmm.
up.
No one had any follow-up questions for Matthew did for UK. Your story was more interesting. Joe, how about you?
Well, I don't have a story that comes to mind because I don't know. I'll probably have something come up right after we hit the stop recording button. But there was a period in my life where I thought it was the greatest thing to wear. Like, I had these, I still do actually, these military issue pants, like camo pants. I used to think it was the coolest thing to wear those around with just random shirts, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that phase, it seems to be very common in the homeschooling community,
I've been there.
as Matthew can attest, from the age of like 13 to like 16.
Can Aiden attest to this?
No.
No?
Maybe I did own a pair of one. Not military issue, but they were knockoff crap, whatever.
See,
But
Mine-
trying to be different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did that. No, I did that in ways like I was the kid who wore socks with sandals.
Yeah.
You just committed egregious sins.
It was more.
No, he was ahead of his time.
It's true.
Okay.
Because people do it all the
It's in
time
vogue
now.
now.
It's true. It is. Yeah. Okay, anyways, back to your story.
So yeah, and I did this in spite of everybody kind of giving me weird looks and everything. But I had like 2 friends that did this with me too.
Nice.
So yeah.
Did anyone ever tell you to like put a pair of pants on? Because like they
They-
couldn't see
they
your
were-
pants
No.
because they were camo. Someone missed out on a really
No,
good
I
joke.
I didn't have that.
That's sad.
But yeah.
Okay.
As to whether or not I would change that, no, because I learned a lot, both about myself as a person, looking back on it, and just in general in life.
Hmm.
And what was the other part to that?
You answered.
You
both
answered
parts.
both.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Aiden, we're back to you and your traumatized memories.
I really don't have a good. I mean, in front of a young, I was like, what, 17? I nearly put the truck into the telephone pole over here in front of people. I got the truck stuck in a snow pile and gave up. I could have probably gotten it out, but I gave up and got made fun of for a long time. I fell in a swamp one time.
What?
That was
Why
I
don't
was
you
eight-
tell
I
about
was eight-
that?
I was 18, or I think, for that one. So I don't know if you want to count that, but
I think we'll
count
We'll
it.
count it.
What's the swamp story? Let's hear it.
so I rent with my grandparents still at the moment, actually, but I'd been pretty early on living there, and they have 20 acres of woods with a swamp or two in there, and it's got tons of grapevines everywhere, like the big old boy grapevines. And us being idiots, me and my brother, Nevin, we would just run around, and occasionally you could swing around on them because they're more than enough to hold you up. And so we had a group of people out there one night. I had a bonfire with some friends. And I go, look, you can even, like, joking around, you could swing on the vines. And I grabbed one that looked more than healthy enough to grab me, and I swung out on it. And at the moment, the worst spot, it drops me butt first into the swamp. And I just sat there for a bit, which made it even funnier when Nevin, And I was like a good few feet into the swamp, and he just walks out, shoes and everything still on, and stands next to me. I'm like, did you come to help me up? And he goes, no, I'm not sure why I walked out here. And he turned around and walked And so I got up. And I went and changed clothes and whatnot and crap. And I was like, well, that's going to live with me for a while. There was like 12 people out there watching this happen.
Good times.
What he also failed to mention was the group of people out there with him were chanting, Aiden, 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 Aiden.
And that's why, to this day, except very, very rare circumstances, I will never cave to peer pressure. I'd rather just look at a group and say, yeah, forget you.
So that brings us to the second point then.
Yes, I learned not to give in to groups.
It was a defining moment in your life.
Yes.
So, would you change it?
I would like to say yes because I hated all the jokes that came for a long time afterwards, but also no because it led to me not caving to peer pressure, which is a big issue for me at the time back then, so probably no.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all you got? You got a third question, or?
You want a third question?
There's always more questions.
Sure, we'll take a third
How
question.
long have we been running?
About 16 minutes.
This is our shortest one of these so far.
I know. So I'm thinking
Okay.
a third one might go well.
I have a note here. Sorry. Let me look through.
I
So.
can cut all this up, so you're good.
Then my second question.
Third now.
The first one was a two-parter. That doesn't count.
Fair enough.
So this question, again, is for everyone. Would you rather be able to gain any skill or talent, your choice, and you'd be moderately okay at it, or would you rather be able to change one thing about somebody else? Any one thing.
Could that person be yourself?
Yeah. I would count that as with the skill or talent, though. Mm-hmm.
And the possibilities are endless to what you can change either way.
Yes, but it's only one thing.
And you're only moderately good at what you learn.
Yeah, like, he's pretty solid at juggling or riding that unicycle.
Like, percentage scale, what would be the percentage he was good at it?
75%. Like, good enough that people would be like, hey, that's pretty cool, but not so fantastic that you'd be able to win America's Got Talent.
Okay.
Well, I have my answer.
Please.
Me
Go
too.
ahead.
So for me, I wouldn't want to change something about somebody else because that's, to me at least, seems kind of selfish. I don't know. I think I need to worry more about myself than others.
Mhm.
And for me, I would, if I were to give myself a skill buff, if that's what we're calling it, it's what it is.
Basically.
It would probably be people skills, like communication, maybe being able to actually like start conversations with people, keep them going. Because I'm not the best at that with people I'm unfamiliar with.
Okay. So you're now 75% good at talking.
Would that were true.
Kenny, you said you had one as well. What you got?
Yeah, I would, pick a skill for myself. Kind of with Joe. It's like trying to change something for somebody else. It's kind of selfish and kind of prideful.
And then one of us is going to say, I would change somebody else's issues.
Yeah, someone's going to say that. I have a feeling.
Correct.
Matthew is. I mean, Chad.
Chad.
But I would pick the skill of, like, finances, handling finances, and being financially stable.
Okay.
So I'm 75% good at finances.
Yeah, you're 75% good. Joe's 75% good at talking. You're 75% good at finances.
I talk good.
Yes, sir.
I count good.
Jenny. All right. Matthew, what you got?
So, the thing that I would change is definitely something in someone else.
Okay.
But I wish it could be a lot of people instead of just one.
What if you could
But-
change one overarching quality of humanity?
You see, that is significantly easier.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing I would change across humanity would be just being that people would be able to put aside, basically, people would be able to put aside their pride for the sake of working together towards a common goal and for the betterment of all, and basically seeking peace over personal gain,
So you could say, do away with selfishness.
to a degree.
To a degree.
Okay.
Or at least people recognizing that what helps you also helps me, and if we can pick one direction and go in it, we can get pretty much anything fixed. It doesn't really matter as much how we get there.
Right. Okay. So, but we're not going to do that one. So, what is your choice?
I'd make Joe Biden thick.
You wouldn't make him smart. You wouldn't make him
That
wise.
Was
You wouldn't
100%
make
not
him
actually what I would
anything.
do. But I would make either the current president or the next president. I would make them. I would want to change things so that they're not more focused on appeasing their party, but more trying to do what's best for the country as a whole instead of trying to play to specific groups.
We had a president like that, but
Yeah, that's
Thickness
good.
also does that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It can, yes.
Okay. Aiden, what you got over there?
I would change a quality about someone else.
Really?
Yes. And I can't really dig deep into that reason why. But just simply because changing that quality about them would... Well, here's the thing. Are we talking from now on, or just change them how they were at any time in their life?
It would be from now on.
Hmm.
Like they still would have done the things that they've done in the past.
Yeah, I'd still change quality about someone else. Only because it would change so much else in my life. So,
I think you're thinking a very personal reason, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very personal reason, because it would be something for their sake and for the people around them. Would
Yeah.
just improve the overarching lives of the person I would change and everyone around them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your turn, Nicholas.
I'm gonna say that I would change a quality of myself, and I think I'm going to change. Well, I guess upgrade really. I'm going to upgrade my ability to focus on things. I'm a very multitask person, so sometimes it's easy to get distracted on certain things, and then lose track of the other thing you're doing at the same time. So I would probably upgrade. My focus is now like plus something. I don't know what it is, but it's up to 75.
Plus
so,
11.
yeah, plus 11. There you go. So, yeah, I think I would probably upgrade my focus.
Got to use those skill points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, those are good questions, Matthew.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew,
welcome.
for coming on the show. We
You're very
appreciate it. That's it's going to wrap up episode 3 of the Question Podcast. Well, I asked what I wanted to know podcast.
I said what I wanted answered.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Questions that might
There
have
have
answers.
been questions.
Yeah, there's been questions.
Yeah,
And answers.
Whatever name it is.
Mhm, yeah.
I think
Answers with questions.
I think the answers has a question mark after it.
Answers?
Questions.
Is a
Anyways.
question mark
And
just an
answers.
exclamation
Anyways,
point?
we're gonna see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Bye. Later. Hey everyone, we hope you enjoyed the episode today. If you did, you should go check out the rest of our episodes on our website at ccflugnutspodcast.com.
You can also listen to us wherever you find your podcasts.
Follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages by searching the Lugnuts Podcast Group.
Thanks for listening, and remember, Jesus loves you, and so do we.